What is going on, everybody? David Productions 345 here. You guys see the title, and you guys also see how it is outside. Today I'm going to be doing a video on whether a Dodge Charger can survive a winter time. So without further ado, guys, I hate long intros. Let's get right into the video, guys. So the first thing I want to mention is winter performance. So in terms of this, I'm looking at my phone actually because everything's on there. But in terms of this weather, guys, the car performance is pretty good as long as you don't floor it everywhere you go. You got to be careful when you're turning as well. That's what happened to me. Basically, this car performs all right. Just don't floor it. If you're only in rear-wheel drive, you might want to actually be careful. Nope. Be a lot more careful. The all-wheel drive model that I have, you guys see there, it says all-wheel drive.
You don't say!
This model is awesome because I have traction at all four corners.
Why you always lying?
I have 38% of the power in the front, 62 in the back. So that's good, I guess. But in terms of the rear-wheel drive models, yeah, definitely be really careful. Rear-wheel drive cars are more dangerous in the snow than front-wheel drive cars because they fishtail more. So definitely be careful. That's one of the main things I wanted to mention, guys, is that if you have a rear-wheel drive vehicle, just be very careful. Especially these Chargers because they're heavy. So once you start sliding, it'll be hard to not slide anymore. So I was thinking about drifting in this video around this parking lot, but there's a pole right here. And I don't really want to go too far from home because it's getting to be a whiteout outside. No! So we're not going to be mentioning that. We're not going to be doing a video about that. But next part is the traction control. You guys see right here, there's a button for it to turn it off. It's automatically on. It works pretty well, especially when you're trying to accelerate, especially if you switch this into first gear instead of just having it in drive. You'll get more torque, which means you'll be able to accelerate better, which means that when you're at a lower speed, your RPMs will be lower and you'll be able to accelerate. So it's awesome for getting out of a thick snow pile, especially like if the snow is like really high up on your car. I would not recommend flooring it, as I mentioned before, because it's a problem and you'll probably just spin your tires and fishtail. So I definitely think the traction control works pretty well. Nothing to really complain about, no weird instances at all. So the next part of the video is handling through the snow. This car is an all-wheel drive model, so it handles better than the rear-wheel drive ones. But I do have to say, as I mentioned before, once you start sliding, it's kind of hard to correct the slide because it's a heavy vehicle and it has momentum. But this car handles all right in the snow. The only times I fishtailed in this car was when I meant to, and then the one time where I accidentally hit an ice chunk. But it's a fun car, guys, especially in an open parking lot with no poles. You can definitely drift and have some fun. I'm going to be doing that in a video coming up. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be today because it is like the middle of the day. But next, cold start experiences. So with this car, it starts normally. Sometimes it takes an extra second to crank over, but that's fine. It still starts the first try. If you guys are living in a very cold climate where the temperature is negatives, make sure to get a Canadian vehicle because they have an engine block heater. So if it's really cold out and your car doesn't start, sometimes you can heat up the block so it'll start easier. I would just recommend that. My area isn't that cold. The lowest it's ever been here is like a couple degrees, like 4 or 5 degrees, but it still started fine. I actually started in a blizzard last year and this car made it through. Like, it started perfectly fine, no problems at all. Battery did not die. So I was very excited that the car worked. Alrighty, guys, next part of this video is going to be winter specific features that help this car perform better in the winter time. So number one and two I want to mention is this car has heated seats and a heated steering wheel. And the passenger side has heated seats as well. You guys can see right there. So yeah, the rear seats are also heated as well. 2 stages of heat, just like the fronts. Awesome for the passengers in the rear. My friends always enjoy it when they're in the back of the car. So you and your buddies can all slide, do drifts, whatever in the wintertime. Everybody will be warm. The coolest thing is that for the driver's side, guys, when you remote start the vehicle, the heated seats and a heated steering wheel automatically turn on.
Yes! Hell yeah!
So you don't have to toggle it on when you're getting in a car, and when it's cold outside, the car does it automatically. So that's an awesome feature to have. So basically if you're rushing around getting change inside, remotes your vehicle, and the heated seats and heated steering wheel will be on. Also, if your heat was on the night before, your heat should be on full blast, which means when you get inside of the vehicle, the car should be heated up, which is perfect. It's one of the main things. Also, for this vehicle, stock ride height is pretty high, especially in the all-wheel drive models. So if you have a stock vehicle, a lot of snow won't get caught usually underneath your car because it's higher up. This car is stock ride height, so no snow really gets caught underneath, just ice chunks too. So this car doesn't have any specific driving modes. Only thing I would recommend is if you're really in a tough situation, put this into drive and then put it into first gear. And if you need to get out of a spot, that'll help you a lot because it's a lot easier than using it in drive because it has more torque in its lowest gear. So if you really need to get through a place, definitely do that. All right, one of the last portions of this video is going to be tips.
What do you mean by that?
For driving in the wintertime. Number one, don't floor all the time, as I mentioned before. Manage your throttle because then you won't crash. Number two, using winter tires is a must. I don't have mine on yet, funny enough. I should have put mine on a couple weeks ago, but I decided against it. I'm like, it's gonna still be warm for a while. And look at it now, guys, it's a whiteout outside. But yeah, guys, make sure to get winter tires. Make sure they have enough tread on them. You'll definitely thank yourself later, especially in conditions like this, so you don't fishtail and hit somebody. Next thing I want to mention is increasing your follow distance behind vehicles. So if you're driving a vehicle like this, you know you're going to be prone to slide. Make sure you're far enough distance away from other people driving on the road. So if you want to have your fun, guys, if you want to drift, do it at night where there's nobody around so you don't endanger other people. Yeah, guys, definitely be careful in the wintertime. When it's snowing like this, don't floor it everywhere you go. I only floor it when the conditions are dry out. I want to stay safe, especially after sliding into ice. Finally, maintenance for the winter. So make sure your brakes are up to date. Make sure you have tires that are up to date, whether it be winter tires or all seasons if you're running those. Make sure your battery is also working fine, especially if it gets really cold by you, because your battery performs worse and worse as it gets colder. So make sure that's up to date as well. Also, guys, if you guys want to be more safe and you guys are worried about your battery dying, hopefully you guys can see that, but that's a battery jump starter. Make sure to have one of those so you can jump start your vehicle if it dies on you. Also, if you see somebody pull over, you can help them out as well. I love helping people out, especially when the winter time, because hopefully I can get them on the way so they don't freeze in their cars. Also, my battery jump starter has USB ports on it, an air compressor, flashlights, and an alternator tester. So I can basically do anything related to the outside that's dangerous, in terms of like if my tires go flat, I need to fill them with air. I have a flashlight if it's late at night. I have USB ports to charge my phone. So it comes back to the question of, will the Dodge Charger survive in wintertime? My answer is, as long as you have your maintenance up to date, you have winter tires, you manage your throttle, and you have a safe following distance, definitely this car will be fine. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Hopefully this video is informational for you guys. Sorry about the background noise. It's kind of snowing harder. I should probably get home soon. Anyways, guys, we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn your notifications on. Share this video with your friend. And without further ado, guys, see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.